Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First play, Mills looking to pass. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A first down throw for Mills. Going right back to Dotson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Mills looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cooper.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Mills to the air again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Second down and 8. Mills now. This pass hauled in by Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson.
31 yards.
And the Commanders will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Patterson.
Open man downfield is Sanders. He's got him.
Touchdown, Detroit. Miles Sanders, 55 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And, you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mills buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chandler Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, here's Mills.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
They juked him. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Carrington.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can match.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Amari Cooper, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Lions have moved out in front. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Washington offense going back to work. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On second down, here's Penny. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's taken on the 25. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On play action, Mills. This is caught. It's Hardy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Penny up the middle. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Patterson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Callaway, and some room to work. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Inside handoff, Penny. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Mills. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Patterson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Throwing after the interception, Patterson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup.
A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway. Oh, nice move.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and the lead now up to 14.
So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Mills' throw complete to Dotson.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Washington going to send out their punter,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. To throw on 2nd down, Patterson, flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Back to throw. Patterson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards, the final tally.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
96 yards rushing for him now, as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, Carrington. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Patterson got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down. Patterson forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malik Harrison, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks.
And a loose football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And some room to maneuver. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. Carrington able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's the fullback.
with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
I like a fancy playbook as much as anyone, but sometimes certain situations, they just call for doing the basics.
That's what they did. Gave it to the big boy, and he got in for 6. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Mills. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 3rd and long for Mills. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mills to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 2nd and 8 coming up. Mills again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Mills. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And one of the whistles for a timeout.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On first down, Patterson. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get